Don't you think it's being capitalist by taking part in capitalism, taking a job that you agree to under certain terms, and then in turn allowing those price forces rather to keep the cost of living in check? I mean, the one thing that we never ever seem to come around to whenever we speak to somebody who is from the the union front or the workers front is basically that we talk about the cost of living, and you talk about attaining a reasonable lifestyle and whatnot. If the cost of labor increases, so too does the cost of goods and or services. And when the cost of goods and services increases, the cost of living increases. So at some point, doesn't the UFCW just look at the whole situation and go, we should probably try to suppress our wage demands because it's just making things more expensive?
Well, what you state is an economic fallacy. It is not automatically true that a reasonable standard of living for your workers necessarily drives up the cost of goods. So Loblaws, the company that we're actually talking about, certainly operates some non-union stores in the province of Alberta where the goods are the same price or actually higher, even though they're paying the employees 30 or 40% less. So your assumption is just plain incorrect and an economic fallacy.
Well, I've never known the cost of labor increases to lead to a cost of decrease on the price of goods.
It is a factor in an employer. Labor is a factor in an employer's cost, but there's a plethora of other factors depending on the kind of business you're in, depending on everything from what you're paying your CEO, how you're approaching your shareholders if you're a publicly traded company, the cost of real estate, the goods that you're accessing from third parties. There are innumerable factors that go into the price of anything that we buy in the marketplace.
Okay.